My orders are simple. Crush all before you. Only those who can withstand the might of my army are fit to face me.
First the land is ripped out by its roots, and now these monsters are attacking us. Come what may, Orochi Castle must be protected.
What happened to the Hojo? What's going on?
Demons! Coming here for us!
I sense true strength here. So this is who is responsible for this chaos.
The Hojo family! Orochi, will we lose everything to this demon?
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. I've never seen such power. It's incredible. They're inhuman. They're monsters. Monsters! Run!
That's it! Come on out, everyone! If you don't start behaving right now, you'll be sorry.
No one can control the chaos. But the Serpent King has the power to perpetuate it.
The Hojo are in disarray. Something very strange is going on.
Well, this is a bit dull. A little touch makes it more fun.
It's strange. It's almost as if he wants to... If you want to truly know a man, or a snake, I guess, you gotta see how he fights.
They're too strong. I've got no chance. This does not bode well.
You're too good. I'm all yours. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
We march at once. I will not stop until I have found a worthy foe. Crush these vermin. I want only the best.
What is happening to this world?
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
This is disturbing. If the battle continues thus, your life will be in danger, my lord. As long as you are safe, recovery is possible. Please escape.
Not alone. I will not leave the people behind.
Then escape together with the people. Take Xiao Yun as well.
The exit is blocked. Why do they bother with such desperately insignificant effort?
I will buy us time. My lord, please take care.
My lord, is there no hope for us?
What will happen to this world?
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
You won't proceed so easily. Attack, now.
On my life, I will allow no one to harm Lord Liu Bei.
My lord, he has been captured? Having...
The time is upon us. First wave, go forth.
Oh, Nemesis, it seems you're on the move. In that case, I had better join you.
Foolish worms! Know your place, or I will crush you all!
Well then, this seems like a perfect chance to show them all just how good I am.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
Second wave, advance.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Stop them! We can't let them approach the main camp!
Here they come. Zhou Yu, send out the welcome party.
Yes, sir. All armies proceed as ordered.
The real army strategist is Zhou Yu. He must take care of this.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. 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 Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
First, eliminate all enemies to the north and the west. I think I need to go put my feet up for a bit. The northeast appears to be just about in our control. Send a message to the reserve troops. Proceed according to plan. It's just about time to make use of Orochi's own forces.
Now's the time. Lord Zhang Liao, Gan Ning, if you would be so kind.
Just as I expected from you, Zhou, you never disappoint. However, it would be naive of you to think I would allow things to continue like this. Destroy that bridge and impede the enemy's progress.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. 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 Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
Such strength. I must hurry and report this to my lord.
Ah, I really screwed up this time. It seems as though we won't need to destroy the bridge. Let's retreat!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Sun Ce has returned. We may have a chance now.
Open the gates! We too will join the fray!
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
All forces advance.
I hate to do this, but it's for my father. Advance!
Never fear! The One-Eyed Dragon is here to help the Tokugawa! I'll show Orochi what a difference my abilities make!
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
The castle gates have been breached. Hold out, men. We must wait until the chance presents itself. Masamune's men have arrived. Perhaps we still have a chance.
Well, at least I don't feel so guilty now. Let's do this! The enemy's pretty stubborn. Perhaps this will melt their resolve. We will begin preparations for a fire attack. Break down the castle gates!
Idiots! You've fallen victim to my trap! Ambush forces! Surround and eliminate the enemy!
An ambush! This is getting fun! Throw as many as you have at me! I'll take you all on!
The enemy also seems to have above-average skill. Time to rethink my strategy.
set fire to the castle!
Fire! The man is bold, but reckless. And plans are in place to extinguish the flames.
Looks like the enemy's a step ahead. Whoever's in charge must be pretty smart.
Face my blade of darkness.
More hidden forces. They've really gone to town on this one.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
I am far from beaten yet. I still have one card left to play.
Hopeless. I can't win. We can't win. Why? Perhaps I am not the man to rule this realm.
Now is our chance. I will seize the enemy's main camp.
What? Now our main camp's under attack?
If only Tadakatsu were here, we may have been able to hold out. As it is, all we can do is fight until the bitter end.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
You are already dead.
Choose, weakling. Servitude or death.
Disgrace though it is, I must be prepared to endure the unendurable.
I know what you mean. You have to protect your men as well.
Come, hero of chaos. Show me wherefore you earned that name.
So, they've come for us. How convenient. All who stand in my way will be annihilated. I've never seen such weapons before.
Run! We don't stand a chance against that!
Silence! I will personally cut down any who flee.
My lord! Everyone, calm down!
Frontline! Retreat to within the maze! I want a quick and orderly withdrawal!
The Wei troops have never experienced cannon fire before. We should take advantage of their panic. After them! Rout the enemy before they have a chance to rally themselves.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. 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 Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
Their weapons fire shells that explode after impacting with the ground. If we could somehow cause them to explode before they are launched, it is worth a try. Engineers, begin preparations for a fire attack.
Now, set those weapons ablaze with your fire arrows. Ah! The powder's going to explode! Run!
Ah! Fire! Take cover in the garrison!
The heat is unbearable! We'll be burned alive! The flames have already reached here! Run while you can! It's spreading!
That worked out better than I could have hoped. We must not waste this chance. Assault troops, attack the enemy positions.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
Our assault has failed. We will have to try something different.
This is strange. Cao Cao is nowhere to be seen. I don't like the looks of that maze. We're going to have to do something about it.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
The hero.
They're here! No need to trouble Lord Nobunaga! Orochi! Monsters? Heh, they're no match for us!
What's this? A welcome party? How delightful!
Let us see if the Demon King can live up to his reputation.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
Come on in and join my little party of death.
Heaven's will is that I survive, as indeed seems to be the will of the Serpent King.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
Nobunaga. I shall remember the name. Pious, condescending fools. They shall feel the true wrath of the Serpent King.
You who flee from justice, look at me in despair. Come, you foul shadows of evil! Repent now, or face heaven's wrath!
Very dramatic, I'm sure. All right then, boy. Now is your chance to take charge.
What are these?
Fools! You will be judged! Your evil deeds will not go unpunished!
Now, let us see if we cannot cause some confusion. She has thwarted my plan? Daji has learned much, it seems. Then perhaps it is time to show my true power. I see that you cannot withstand my power and cunning.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
This old man's frail body has felt the mighty power of this demon. I know now what must be done.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. 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 Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
That's right. No one gets in the way of my lord. They won't soon forget how deeply his fangs bite.
You look bored, Orochi. Perhaps this will entertain you.
That's it. It's time for the big one. Kill them all.
I am Orochi. If you have finished playing games, then come and face me.
Very well. I should have known you would show no interest. It is time, then, to administer your punishment. Come, my servants, arise from your slumber.
It appears I miscalculated his strength. But it shall not happen again. Remember that.
I have badly underestimated you. You win this one, but I will not surrender.
Things begun.
Push me and die!
Your victory will last merely a moment. Heaven's wrath will not be stayed here.
Approach me and die!
Weaklings begun. Feeble.
Fate has spoken. You cannot escape your doom.
Weaklings begun.
Approach me and die!
Feeble.
Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky. Time to add another notch to Mr. Wacky.
I shall not be captured again. Mortal, immortal, none can match me.